In this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust the headlight after you've replaced it, or anytime you need to adjust the beam of the headlight. I found a manual online, but the manual tells you to adjust the headlights and what the specs are for adjusting the headlights, but it doesn't really show you the adjustment nuts and how to go about it. So it's got these instructions here that says park the vehicle, what is that, 25 feet away from a wall or a screen, and then first you clean the lenses, and then it says that the headlight should be pointing horizontal minus 2.1 inches at 25 feet. So if that makes sense. Their little figure doesn't make much sense to me, but basically it's saying the headlights should be sloping down a little bit, which makes sense, to the tune of 2.1 inches at 25 feet. So the headlight I replaced was the right-hand headlight, in other words the passenger side headlight, and that's it right there. So the adjustment for it is located conveniently right in here. Okay, there's a little tooth guy that does it, and the screwdriver is going to go right into that slot, right down in there. So if you're looking at the front of the car, this is the location that I'm talking about, right there. And you can kind of see it right there. There's that little tooth guy again. And you get down in there the same way, but you need a longer screwdriver. So from the front of the car, there's the headlight. It would be right about there. So you're right in front of the power steering pump at an angle. But you need a longer screwdriver. I've got a short screwdriver. This is a regular number 2. It's only about, I don't know, 8 or 10 inches long. So now if we go from that headlight, that's the passenger side headlight, and we go over to the one I removed, same side, I can just show you what happens when you go into that first slot I told you about. You're basically going into there, and you're adjusting that little guy. That little wheel spins around and around. And then the one they recommend you don't do, the one that's over here, is this guy. It's got a little cap on it in the OEM. That's the way I found it. You can remove that, and then there's a little adjuster wheel, much the same. But again, they tell you not to adjust that. I'm not sure why. I guess you can goof it up. But it is adjustable. You just need a longer screwdriver, but that sucker turns. But which way does it turn? Well, if you look at it from the top, so in other words, this is the right-hand side headlight from the driver's seat. So it'd be the passenger side headlight. I wrote it down here. Found out that if you've got the two beams here. You've got the low beam on the outside and the high beam on the inside. So this is the right headlight, and if you tighten the inside one, the first one I showed you, then it aims it to the left more. It takes the low beam and it aims it more towards the center of the car. And what I did is I said, well, that's tightening it. So going back over here, what I mean by that is I'm turning this little wheel clockwise. So to turn that little wheel clockwise, you've got to, what do you got to do? Let's see. You've got to turn your screwdriver counterclockwise. Okay? So that's it. Counterclockwise takes the low beam towards the left, towards the center of the car. Towards the left. Okay? And it's really the same thing with this one that you're not supposed to adjust, except that that one also brings it down because of its location. So you can see that it's from here to here, it's kind of located to the left of it. For the low beam, it's located, the adjuster is located strictly to the left of the center of this thing. This thing is hinged on this side and is adjustable on this side. So you're turning a screw in and out, you're moving this metal plate here forward and back. Where the light's shining, that's the adjuster, threaded adjuster going in. As you turn this clockwise, you're bringing the left-hand side of this up towards the back of the car, meaning that the headlight goes to the left.